I'm Jeff Philbin, and Dinner DeeAs is breaking all the rules this week and going direct to dessert. A French pastry chef joins us to share a recipe for a peaches and cream charlotte, which we'll make from scratch and show you how to do it. If it's a delicious decadent dessert, you gotta get a French pastry chef. And that's just what we did. Chef Armand Berger is with us today from Lottie, a French pastelleria inside St. Pete's historic Vinoy Hotel. Thank you so much for being here, my friend.
Bonjour, Jeff. How are you? Thank you so much for inviting me.
So excited because Chef Armand is going to share how he makes a peaches and cream charlotte, which is kind of like an icebox cake. It's a lining of sponge ladyfingers filled with a fruit custard, and we're gonna be doing this all from scratch.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, we're going to take first a piece of twine around our disc, yeah, just like that, yeah. And so now that I have the length, I know that this is the length of all the lady fingers I will need to go around my cake. Yeah. We will put this over here, and now we know that from here to here, we have all that we need to cover the entire cake, yeah?
Okay.
We can take this out, boom, and then on this one, we will now do the disc. On the bottom of the cake, right, with the ladyfinger, we will need a bottom, an actual cake bottom. How do we going to do this? We're going to mark the same thing with our ring, the inside, and tack, voila. So now our pepper is set up. Let's get to the recipe.
All right, let's go for it. Okay. What do we need to do?
Okay, at this point, I will take my egg white.
Okay.
Yeah, we will put the egg white inside of our mixer. We will put our cream of tartar. This is to help the meringue to be stable, to have more body.
And that's going to give it those stiff peaks. That's going to hold those stiff peaks that we're looking for later on.
We're going to tack a third of our sugar in here, boom, and we're going to start the machine. You want to go not too fast. The egg white is coming nicely. We're going to increase that speed just ever slightly and put another third of the sugar. Voila. Beautiful. Okay, look at that, it's beautiful. I think it's time to add our last sugar.
Now, could you do this all by hand, or do you really need the machine to help with this? Because
I say you could use a hand mixer also, if you have one, absolutely. Just make sure you hold your bowl tight. And you could do it like this
with just pure brute force.
Just go for it.
We can go for it.
Consistency is the trick with egg whites. So make sure you're consistent with it, and maybe your egg white at room temperature, so they whip faster.
So they whip a little bit faster, and making sure that that's going to be the workout for the day.
Yeah,
all right,
absolutely,
so
Jeff.
If you did legs yesterday, you could do the arms today. Is that it?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Arm day.
All right, it's an arm day.
Lady fingers.
It's a lady finger day.
Okay, we're going to add this egg yolk. Up. Make sure everything goes in here. Voila. Pop. We're going to stop the machine. We're ready to go with the egg white. And at this point, would you please fold some of the flour inside for me?
Sure.
Okay, voila. And while you do this, I will actually mix it with a whisk. And if you're at home and you do this on your own, that's okay. Just do it a little bit by little bit. The thing is, when you're spinning like this, is you're making sure that you're getting the dough from everywhere, and that you're making sure all of your beautiful meringue is basically mixed with the flour, not just the one spot on the left or the one spot on the right.
So this is one that you want to make sure that you are constantly moving it to make sure that you're moving all of it around, getting every bit in there.
Exactly. We love it.
It's absolutely beautiful. Chef Armand has his recipe for this peaches and cream charlotte ready and waiting for you to grab on our website, dinnerdeeas.com. All the amounts, the ingredients, and detailed directions that you need to make this at home. Or even if you just want the lady fingers for a tiramisu, just get your phone, open the camera app, and point at the QR code to find us.
The whole cake is in here.
And what's the trick to piping?
Okay, so the trick to piping is to make sure that we have the same flow. So if we're going to go from our little marks to our little marks, straight and gentle pressure, and when we get to the end, we just stop pressuring and lift. So this hand does all the pressure, and this hand does all the guiding. And basically, we just keep going up from one side to the next, up, boom, and that's it. And we just keep going again. Voila, up, and we just keep on going all the way to the end. As we already did our measurement, we know that this is what we need to do. Yes, up, voila, just like that. And if they're not perfect, your lines, and they don't perfectly align, it's okay. The cake will still work.
The cake
it will
will still
be
work.
Beautiful, 100%.
Because that's what people sometimes like.
Yes,
they get a
I
little
know.
afraid and they get intimidated.
Don't be
like,
afraid.
Don't
Just
be afraid.
Go for it,
folks. You just heard it. Don't be afraid on
Yes.
this one. You got this.
Yes.
Okay, you got this.
100%.
We believe in you.
Yep, yep,
You
we
got
do.
this. Okay.
And in here, we have just enough to do the base. You go to the middle like this.
Okay.
And then just when you're here, you start moving around as if you were doing a spiral, kind of like a snail.
Okay.
Yeah, and you just keep going. You take your time to do it. I keep pressuring with the top hand over here. See, I stop pressuring, it stopped going. And if I keep pressuring, it will keep going. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. If you do not have, if you do not want to do it like that, you could always put all the butter in the middle and spread it with an offset spatula. That works also very well. Voila. Boom.
Just like that.
Done.
What happens next now?
We're going to put the powdered sugar.
Okay.
We're going to put a good amount. Look at that, beautiful, exactly like that. Don't be shy with the powdered sugar. I know this one, we're not going to see it. It's going to be on the bottom of our cake, but it still wants a little bit of that shine, you know?
Now, are these going to go into the oven?
That's where they're going. Allez, let's put them in there.
Follow you.
Yep. Allez. Boom. Voila.
Now, these are going to go in for about 15 minutes?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Allez, we'll see them in 15 minutes. Bye-bye, see you later.
We'll see you later in about 15 minutes. We'll see you come back. What can we do with these peaches, though?
We're going to score it just on the top like that. We're going to score it on the cross. That is going to allow for the hot water to go in and to help us peel the skin of it, right? So we'll do all the other ones, and we're just going to put them in some boiling water.
While our peaches get prepped, we're taking a break. When we come back, Chef Armand helps us figure out the filling for this fancy feast ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs, or rather, Dessert DeeAs, since we're skipping dinner to have some fun with cakes, pastries, and sweet treats all week long. And we're starting out in style with Chef Armand Berger, and he's showing us how he makes a peaches and cream charlotte from scratch. Before the break, we got our peaches boiling for a puree.
Yes,
So we pulled a couple out. You already have a couple inside our Vitamix blender here, but you've left one out.
Yes, because I want to show you how to peel it. Basically, we did the score, and now all that you have to do is just boom, look at that. Poof, it just goes off. If you grab the tip of your knife to go around, look at this. Boom, beautiful. Tac, done. Voila, super simple. And now basically all that we need to do is put them inside the machine and puree. And if you wanted to leave a little texture, that's okay. It doesn't have to be a super fine puree. I like the texture. I think a little bit of texture goes a long way inside the pastry. So that's perfect.
Very good.
We got over here water and sugar, same amount. This is just a simple syrup. We're just going to add our puree inside. Voila. Look at that beautiful, bright peach color. It smells so good.
It really does.
Yeah, I love it. And you know what goes very well with peach is a little bit of vanilla. And so right now I'm going to split open the vanilla bean, right? Just with my paring knife, tac, voila. And now I have all the beans over here. So all I do, I just scrape them off. That's it, just like this. Look at this, this is all the beans of vanilla. I love that. You can use the actual bean.
And that's it. That's
just,
all that flavor right there of that vanilla coming through.
So this is perfect. We're just gonna bring that back to a simmer, and then we'll set it aside.
For this perfect peach dish for your dessert, or instead of dinner, grab Chef Armand's recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code in the corner to find us. What's next?
Okay, next we are going to soak the gelatin.
And this is to help make it thicker. What is this supposed to do?
Yeah, so the gelatin helps make sure that the mousse is stable inside. When you cut the cake, it doesn't ooze everywhere.
Got
You
it.
know, it stays nice.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we're just going to take the little gelatin and put them inside of the ice water, boom, just like so. Voila, super simple. Voila.
Okay, so we're just
Yeah.
going to let that be, and that's good to go.
Yeah. And then now we can start working on our base, basically. So for the base, we will use some milk, pap, voila. It's gonna go all in. We're gonna use some heavy cream, so half and half. Voila, beautiful. And a little bit of vanilla. I've already showed you how to split it, so that's the same as the other one. We're just gonna put that in here.
It's right there.
While this is boiling, we're going to mix the yolks and the sugar. And then you're gonna put your sugar.
We go all in?
Yeah, all in.
All in.
Allez.
Okay.
And now you're gonna take the whisk and you're gonna whisk it real nice until it's all combined. Yep. Look at that, awesome. I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of that hot liquid, mix it inside of my yolks and sugar mixture. I put this right back on the stove. Up. And now with my spatula, I put everything back inside. Voila. And I'm gonna be mixing this just to bring it to that consistency I was talking about earlier. And that's gonna be real quick because everything is real hot.
Okay. Our fun filling is coming along nicely, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, how this and the lady fingers in the oven all come together in a dessert to die for. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Usually you're home for ideas for dinner, but this week we're doing ideas for dessert. And joining us to share a recipe for a peaches and cream charlotte, think of it as a fancy icebox cake, is Chef Armand Berger from Lottie, the French patisserie inside St. Pete's Vinoy Hotel. And I'm so excited for all this because before the break, we heated up milk, cream, and just a little more vanilla, whisking egg yolks and sugar and blending it all together and leaving it on a low heat. Okay.
Yeah, and right now we're ready to go. So we got this going on. We're going to melt that gelatin inside of that, basically it's a crème anglaise. It's the base of our Bavaroise mousse.
And this is going to allow for it to really thicken and just have that congealed kind of, texture
Full
behind it. So that
body.
way that it comes all together, it doesn't seep out.
When this is done, pop, transfer into a bowl. Pop, just like that. Voila. Okay, lovely. And then now that we have this, we're gonna put our bowl on top of an ice bath.
And what is that purpose for?
So we want to make sure that the base is at the same temperature of our cream. We're going to transfer in here so that we can add the cream to the liquid, as opposed to the liquid to the cream. Let's do a little bit. Voila. Look at that. Up. We'll mix a little bit, and then a little bit more. I absolutely love that
To make
process.
this cake for your dinner tonight, or your next birthday, or really whenever you like. I'm no dietitian, but I do suspect it's a low-calorie food grab. Just grab Chef Armand's recipe at our website, dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code to find it right now with your phone. Everything's all whipped.
Everything's
all
all
ready together. It's
got
all
this.
creamed together.
Yes, 100%.
Smooth consistency.
Looks beautiful. It's just what we were looking for.
Okay.
Okay, so right now, we have pretty much everything we need to build our beautiful cake, right? We have our punch.
And then you can see this cake here. And during the break, we got it lined with our cake tin, with our lady fingers. And to see all of that, you just need to go to dinnerdeas.com.
100%. Okay, so we have all of the components to build our cake. We have our Bavarois, we have our punch, we have our filling, which is really our peach that have been diced, and we have our beautiful lady fingers. The first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to take our punch, okay, and we're going to use it to soak our biscuit over here.
Okay, so you've just got a nice little pastry brush here that you're just literally just getting a nice thin coating.
Exactly.
Putting a little bit on at a time.
And we're also gonna do the sides. Don't forget the sides. It's very important, okay? Because all of the cake needs to be with the same flavor.
So anything that was going to be the potential for a dry bite, moisten it.
Exactly.
Just think about it from that perspective,
Super
folks.
simple. Yep. Voilà.
The whole area.
Allez,
Okay.
look at this. So nice. Oh la la. Okay, look, we're going to utilize the punch that we did, okay? We're going to actually add it to the diced peach that we had over here.
And that's going to be our filling.
That's going to be our filling. We're going to mix that just like so. Oh la la. So good. Boom. Voila. And we're going to put a little bit of the base over here.
Okay.
Okay, the mousse. Voila. Boom. Sup, using the finger, pop. That's the magic spatula. And then we're just going to grab these beautiful, abundant flavors and just look at that. Oh. This is going to be in every slice, is going to have a little bit of that peach flavor. It's going to be awesome.
I love that.
Yes. Okay. We can keep a little bit of it for the top.
Okay.
Okay. And then up, we're just going to fill that up. So first you want to cover your peaches. Okay. Once all the peach are covered, you just let the rest
And
fill
now
up.
we just want to fill it and just bury it. And that's
it.
going to be that little surprise in every bite right there.
Exactly. Look at that.
Looks so good.
gorgeous. And so this up, we're going to put it inside of our cooler.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. So that's going to go into our fridge, but we do already have one that's already ready
We
to go.
sure did, yes.
All right, you ready to take that one out of the fridge?
Allez, let's do it.
All right.
Voila. Okay. Wow.
So this is
So
the
excited.
exact same cake, same steps, same preparation.
Everything.
Everything is the same.
Yep.
It just had a little time to really
Yeah,
come
to
together.
set together. So all the mousse is nice, is combined, and now we get to garnish it.
Let's go.
Allez,
Let's
do
go.
it. I love it.
This is
Okay.
where I'm really excited to see,
Yeah,
because this is
me
where it's
too.
like you're taking a dessert and really bringing so much more life behind it.
Absolutely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of that and just kind of like layer it on the bottom. Voila. Poop. That's going to be the first layer. And we're going to hide that with our sliced peaches. Okay. And so our sliced peaches, we're going to put a little bit of peach jam.
Okay.
And that's just going to give a little bit of a shine to our peaches.
Okay.
Okay. And also intensify the flavor of your peach. Yeah. So just like that. Look at that. Gorgeous. Poop. We can pass this so we have more space on this bowl. Voila. Just like so. And over here, there's no real way to do this.
Okay.
I like to go crazy and just kind of put everything in here as it falls, because look at this, all these beautiful colors.
And because you had that little bit of about a half-inch lip more of the ladyfinger,
Yes.
you now have a barrier,
Yes.
so that way then nothing
It
is going
holds
to
everything.
holds going to
Yes.
come up, because you're going right up to that top, but you know that it's
Exactly.
never going to fall right over.
Yes, that's right. So the ones on the top, I will put them so that I can see some of that red,
Okay.
beautiful red from the center of the peach. So I can hide all the center of where I don't want to see the Bavaroise basically underneath. I don't want to see the cream.
Okay.
All I want to see is my beautiful peaches. So you kind of arrange them like this.
Okay.
Boom.
So it's strategic with where you do want to have at least that last little final touches.
Exactly.
Okay.
One, two,
Okay.
a little bit everywhere. And then right on top of this, boom, you could take a couple of petals, or you can just basically take a rose
Okay.
and kind of just come here, place your rose just like this.
Oh, come on
Look
now.
at this. Oh la la, beautiful. And then Up. We remove.
This is the moment of truth.
Wow.
Look at that. Look at
I
that.
love this. Up. Little ribbon just on the base. Et voilà.
And that just comes right through on the side. Like, look how beautiful that is. That is a true work of art. That is
Thank you, Jay.
absolutely beautiful. And
Thank
it's
you.
so much fun because when we come back, join us as we go direct to dessert and taste test this cake without even eating our veggies. Moms, look away now. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're doing desserts all this week and making cake today with Chef Armand Berger, executive pastry chef from the Lottie at the Vinoy in St. Pete. And he's been sharing a recipe for a peaches and cream charlotte, which we made all from scratch. Now we've got layer upon layer of just flavor.
Sure.
What's your favorite layer? Where do you keep going back?
I'm going straight for the center where all the peaches are.
That's what I just did. I just totally went for that too. I'm like, that's kind of where I need to be at right now.
I love that. Actually, I was using the spoon, but I think you're right with that fork, so I can get the whole peach.
You want to get the whole peach in there because it's absolutely just a celebration. Chef Armand Berger from Lottie, thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you, Jeff.
We couldn't have done this without you. This was so much fun.
It
You
was.
set the tone. I'm Jeff Philbin.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching and see you next time for more Dinner DeeAs.